This show is a part of the Bumblebee Network. You can find out more information about this show or the network at bumblebeenet.com. That is BUMBLEB net.com.
The following is a Black Swamp Studio production.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to show number 161 of the Your Wow Money podcast. I am Joe. There is no Lady Hava this week due to the Daytona 500. Some things you just got to do there with family. But there is one Deadgreed. Hello, sir.
What's up, it's your man Deadgreed.
And also with us today is Shinn. Sir, how's it going?
Hi guys, yeah, I'm doing quite well, thank you. Thank you for the show.
Not a problem. I figured that would be a good idea just to bring you on because we've been trying to get some other people onto the podcast there too. So to keep that going, we'll have you into the live show. Words are hard. Which does happen sometimes. So anyway, you know how the show works, do you not?
Yes, I have listened for a fair while, so hopefully I don't mess up and do a good job.
You'll be just fine. We'll get to what you do here in a few minutes, but i.e. podcasts and blog and whatnot, but we're going to get into what we've been doing in the week of gaming there first.
It's time for progressions.
And I really do wish that was my voice sometimes. All right, Deadgreed, you're up first.
Diablo? Yeah, I'm almost done. I got a solo of 70. I was in a 70 this morning, and I was completely wrecking it. I was way ahead of the timer, and I was going through there, and I was like, yeah, I'll totally crush him. I'll totally beat this one. Season journey go complete. Boop, high five. So they agreed, give myself high fives. And then I ran into the impossible to pass through door. I've never heard of that. I never experienced it. It's the first time ever. I could not get through from the first level down to the second level. I would click on it and it would load, and then I would just be standing in the same spot, and there was no more enemies on level 1. And I was standing there, so for like 14 minutes, I stood there and clicked on the door and it wouldn't let me in, and then the timer ran out, and then I had to leave the game and just dump the damn rift. I went back in, tried another 70, got my face face stomped. I was like, it was such a good rift. What happened to the door? Which is another reason why I don't like doors.
Oh.
I would have had my season journey completed right now if it wasn't for a stupid door. That and I watched the 16-minute video on the 10 minutes video, or what do they call it? Yeah, the 10 weapons in 10 minutes by the developers of, I think, okay, first of all, if you make a video and you have 10 weapons and it's called 10 weapons in 10 minutes, I suggest that you do it in 10 minutes. And I also suggest that you do 10 weapons. They did 14 weapons in 16 minutes and then named it 10 weapons in 10 minutes. See, Blizzard needs a calculator. They don't, I'm telling you, if you look at the Witch Doctor, that's the same kind of design philosophy they got. Nah, we'll just call it 10 minutes. We know it's a near 20-minute video, but It's okay. We work for Blizzard. We'll do whatever we want to do. It's kind of like the witch doctor. Well, we know you can't play it at high levels. We're here for Blizzard. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then my wife bought me Fallout 4, so I've been playing that a little bit. Not much. A little bit. It's okay.
I've seen you up in the Discord playing Fallout 4. So, how you been doing there?
I just got started. I got out of the vault, and my favorite thing to do is to sneak up on people and shoot them in the back of the head with my shotgun. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to be doing in that game or not, but that's fun for me, so... Hey, if the end of the world was here, I'd be sneaking up on you with a shotgun, so I don't know.
If it's fun for you, then it's fun.
I don't know if that's exactly what you... There's all these little pointers all over the screen telling me to go do this and that. I don't care about that. I'm picking up paper clips, clipboards, and shooting people in the head. Do I need anything else?
I don't think so.
Probably
Anyway,
not.
that was my week.
All right, Shinn, I've seen you in Warcraft this week. What's been going on in there?
Yeah, so I've been working on my North American account and trying to get my legendary ring, like working through those quests. It seems to be not easy, but if you're here like I am, you've got no waiting time for anything. So I literally just log on, do a load of raids, do a load of dungeons, grab some whatever they are, runes or something, and collecting those. And that's basically that, and gold making. That's what I've been doing. So on the North American side, I've been actually playing the game. I've just found it really fun. It just seems to work for me over there on your side. But then on the EU, I've mostly just been trying to get some more gold because our whale tokens have gone up to over 70k each. So I needed to get some gold for that.
Interesting.
That's it. Yeah, interesting. So at the moment, I keep spending most of my time over your end and playing it over there. Seems to be more fun and cheaper to play. So, that's what I've been doing really. Not a lot, just been World of Warcrafting.
So, more fun and cheaper to play. Is that the main reasons why you were on the North America account and not on the EU account?
Yeah, definitely. It just seems to be. I've just got into a guild that seems it's fairly new, but it seems pretty. They're chatting quite a bit and getting involved and doing stuff. We tried to do some mythic dungeons. It didn't go brilliantly, but at least we tried. We went as a group, and then nobody got sort of rage quit or anything. Just sort of said, "Oh well, we need a bit more gear." So yeah, I'm finding it more fun. It just seems a bit fresh. Just seems freshen the game up a bit, and I think I needed that.
Okay, because sometimes switching things up during game is a pretty good thing, or say going from what I usually do.
Yeah,
Let's go from PvE over to PvP, which PvP just doesn't make you any gold there at all.
No,
But,
and I suck at it as well.
Yeah, and I'm not too good at it there myself, but it's a good way to switch up things there in World of Warcraft.
Oh, definitely. I still do it. I still like to heal. I like to heal in PvP. Just I got to learn to run faster, I think.
Oh, that's cool. Now myself, and if you guys haven't been paying attention to the stream, or you haven't been paying attention to YouTube, what are you doing? I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. Overwatch. And if you saw the stream there this morning, I kind of showed what my times are, and I've been playing probably too much Bastion, which is more the robot that can transform into a turret, basically a no-person machine gun, or his ultimate is a tank, just a very small tank. So outside of that, it's been Soldier 76 quite a bit. I do like the fact that you can heal yourself and others while shooting a gun, of course. And I haven't tried a whole lot of healing. I did try Reinhardt today, but you got to be in with the right people there for that. Because Reinhardt throws a shield up in front of him. And if you don't have the people behind you to take out all the enemies, you're toast. Even though that shield can take about 2,000 points of damage, it's still not that good.
Yeah, I see you playing on Soldier 76. And yes. I did like the way that you could self-heal. It did look quite interesting. Just that bit of, lastability, I suppose.
Yeah, that only lasts for about 5 or 6 seconds. So it's like a burst heal there for like Heroes of the Storm. If you're not there, you're not going to get healed. Not unlike a Mercy, which can throw out a healing stream or an attack empowering stream and either heal you or boost your attack. So I do want to learn a little bit more of Mercy, but we'll see how things go here probably this next week.
Yeah, I'd like to watch that, so that'd be quite interesting to see how you get on.
It'll be fun. It will be fun. Hopefully I'll get Hav on and she will be able to show a lot of Mercy herself, because that's the character she likes to be on.
Get your news from the land of Azeroth. Here, get your news.
Now, I also did play a little bit of Heroes of the Storm there with Sylvanas from CTR. And, well, Li Ming got a bit of a nerf. She was pretty much hit with a nerf bat there pretty big. Some of her talents were taken down, like her mana regeneration went down from 50% down to 25%. Her diamond skin was decreased from 25 to 20% of maximum health. And her Tal Rasha's elements, her ability power bonus was decreased from 20% to 10%. And her magic missiles damage was reduced from 147 3.5% per level to 147 3% per level. The S of Johan was removed, and Triumvirate distance traveled requirement reduced from 80% to 65% of maximum distance. So, why did this happen? What do you think there, Deadgreed?
Well, I think Blizzard doesn't own a calculator, obviously. And they can't. They do this all the time. They stuff stuff in games, and then they go, "Uh-oh, that is way too much." Then they pull it way far too back. I'm telling you, $8.99 at Walmart. They need to get one, because this is. Or they need somebody that's good at math, because they do this all the time in all their games. It's like way overpowered, then they got to come back, they got to pull it back and go, whoa. Yeah. Hey, if you got Li Ming on your group, that's a win right now. So we got to pull her back, because I don't know. They do that kind of stuff all the time, and I think it's funny that they removed the S of Johan, because absolutely no one uses the S of Johan, except for the only good use for that is you give it to your follower in Diablo 3. So I thought that was funny that they removed that.
Yeah. So what do you think there, Shinn?
Yeah, I sort of agree with Deadgreed, really. Like they do it all the time. So they made it too strong, and then, like I say, they reduced all these talents and removed the one I don't really know about. And you watch, they end up buffing it back up again because they've gone too far. So apart from that, I think Deadgreed had it pretty much nailed on, really, with his comments. You're pretty much right.
Well, the thing is here, if you're gonna bring more characters into a game, you put it into beta, and people have to play it in beta and not just play a different tune or tunes that they would normally play there in Heroes of the Storm. So I don't know if people were playing Li Ming there at all, which is why all of this was way up. But
It could be, but normally, as soon as one person finds out that they've got an overpowered character, normally then it'll be passed around within the community. And they'd sort of pick up that quite fast. So I don't know. I'm not sure how they've missed the trick there, but obviously they're trying to sort it out. But is it going to be a quick fix, or is it going to be like most times they get nerfed and boosted again and nerfed again, and until they find the right balance? I think.
And I think that's what's going to happen here. She obviously got nerfed big time, and then Blizzard's going to say, well, we nerfed her too much. So going back to Deadgreed's point, she got nerfed. She's going to get buffed her a little bit there later on, but we'll see when. Most certainly, because some things, the way that they did it to me just doesn't make sense. They should not have nerfed her probably that much.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's like loads of talents.
Yeah, that's a bunch.
Yeah, that is a lot. Now, also, Greymane made his appearance on the hero rotation. So, do you play Heroes of the Storm there, Shinn?
I did for a little while, and then I got really bored. I don't know why. I did play, but I never played Greymane. I've never had a go at him, and yeah, I should really get back into it, but I can't stop playing WoW.
You're like me in Overwatch.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you think about Greymane coming into the hero rotation? The
Well, I think
free-to-play rotation.
Yeah, it's definitely a way of, the way I used it is always a way to, try one out before you buy. I think that's what I used it for, was like to go and have a go at them and see how good they were or bad they were. But that's how I sort of ended up spending my gold that I got in game. That's what I find it the best way.
Yeah, it's kind of the way I do it too, is whatever gold I got there in game, I will buy up the heroes that way, because that way I don't spend the actual hard-earned cash to buy the heroes. Unless they're in a really good bundle. That's about the only caveat that I have there.
I have never bought a character with real money, but I may if they ever get that necromancer out.
I know that's what you're looking forward to.
I might not even like him. I'll still buy him anyway. I don't even care.
So what do you think about Greymane being in the free rotation there, Deadgreed?
It's alright, I've never tried Greymane. I'm the same. I mean, I've been playing way too much Diablo, so I just, I'll get when I finish my stuff, and I'll get back into it. But Greymane, I haven't tried him out, so I don't know. Maybe I should play a game or two just so I can try him out if he's on the free hero rotation. I haven't ever tried him. He looks totally cool though, because he's the Worgen. He's the Worgen guy.
He is the Worgen guy.
In case y'all don't know, and Deadgreed's the big Worgen fan, so.
Yep, he has a ranged attack as a human form, and his Worgen form is a melee attack. And
yeah,
sometimes those attacks do combine.
Gotta go feral on him.
Yep, you gotta go feral.
You should have a move that actually bites people. That would be pretty cool.
I don't know his moves because like I said, I never tried him, but the animation when he jumps around and he goes from human to Worgen form, it's really cool in WoW. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that or not. I don't think y'all play that.
Yep.
If y'all play Worgens, but it's really cool in WoW, and it's really really cool in Heroes as well. They did a really good job with that.
Yes, they did. They did a really good job with that. So if you want to go in there and see Greymane, go in there and take a look. Now, the Warcraft movie Funkos and other merchandise was in the New York Toy Fair this weekend, or this past week. Did you guys see any of these toys?
I've been reading about them, and I can't wait. That's we're all Blizzard sort of WoW fans or Diablo or Overwatch, but this movie's I'm hoping it's going to be okay. I'm not hoping massive things, but I'm so interested to see the toy part of it, out there in the big wide world. And my kids can't wait either.
Toys R Us has them online, at least a lot of them. Just search Warcraft on toysrus.com. So, yeah. So, what do you think there, Deadgreed? You going to get some of these toys?
Oh yeah, like I told you before, I got a shelf. I got to put stuff on the shelf.
They're
It's
coming
gonna
out
happen.
with more, man. They're Funko.
It's
Funko
all right.
Pop.
I don't know about y'all, but good Lord, it must have been like 2006 or something when the first time I heard that they were going to make a movie, and I was really excited about it then. And of course, kind of the excitement's kind of died down now, Metzen, but since I can't wait,
Okay.
I'm gonna go see it in theaters. I can't wait for it to come out. It's a matter of time now.
I'm going to try and get out there opening night and see how many people actually do show up.
Oh yeah, I'm
At the
gonna go.
local theater.
I'm going opening night. I'm going to my theater that I always go to. I got an awesome theater here in town, and I was full on recliners. I'm gonna go chill and you can drink spicy water at that movie theater. So I'm gonna go have some adult beverages and chill in the recliner and watch.
Lucky
Watch
Same
Warcraft.
here.
lucky people.
Proper geek out.
So what do you think about the movie there, Shinn? What are you looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, what I've seen, it to me it looks like what I thought it'd be. Let's be honest, we've got to make this movie for the non-Warcraft fans really, because as Warcraft fans we will go and see it anyway. So they've got to make sure that people who are not into Warcraft, they might be able to draw them in. Start getting into the Blizzard family and start making more money out of them. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I just can't wait. I watch it. I watched the trailer quite a few times. I'm quite sad like that, and now I'm just waiting around for is it June? June coming out? Is it June, July? Hopefully, and
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
I'll be
June
booking
10th.
tickets, and like I say, I'll get the recliners with the nice big chairs and plenty of leg room. Sit there in my Horde t-shirt, proper geeking out and watching it.
June 10th is when the movie comes out, and I think it's rather interesting myself that Blizzard had a big hand in this. Like, they got right in, and they didn't let Hollywood take over the story. So,
No, you're right.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with when you're paying the bills, you get to design where the cabinets go.
I'm right. I think the only thing that's changed really noticeable is it Dadman is flying, isn't it? I think that's the one of the major things they've changed, just to make it look, I suppose, special and stand out. That's the only different thing, I think.
I will tell you one thing. My wife hates World of Warcraft. She absolutely hates that game, and she's seen the previews to the movie, and she was like, "Whoa, have you seen the previews of this thing?" I was like, "Yes, of course I've seen it." She was like, "Whoa, I'm gonna want to watch that." So I'm definitely gonna take my wife to see it.
exactly. And like I said, well, you better take your wife to see it. But like I said, I'm going to see how many people are actually at the theater. And I wonder how many people are going to be at the theater wondering, okay, how many people are actually at the theater? So yeah, that's going to be a very interesting opening night there. Opening day / opening night for the movie.
I think it'd be heaving. I think Blizzard's big business, and there's more of us around than people think there is. So
Yeah,
I
but
think
so
it's
is
gonna be-
Legendary. I mean, it's the same thing. Well, you can say the same thing about Legendary. They're big time too. I mean,
Yeah,
Which really the combination of the two, having Blizzard tell the story and have Legendary film it and produce it, I think this potentially could be a very, very big deal. So we'll see how it goes. We know how Blizzard is with their storytelling. We'll see how it goes. Now to a little bit of Hearthstone. The 2016 Hearthstone America's Winter Preliminary Championships are going to be on here very soon.
hey Joe, don't you mean summer summer instead of winter?
Well, summer's coming, but they're doing the winter ones.
this
Oh, I was
weekend.
just, it was like 90
this
degrees
weekend.
yesterday. I don't know,
Yeah.
I thought it was
No,
summer.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Down in Texas and Oklahoma and all those places down there, it was in the 90s.
God, it's cold here.
It's not too bad here. We got up in the 40s and 50s. I can't complain about that. But anyway, this weekend the preliminaries are taking place. You can find them on the official Hearthstone Twitch channel. Deadgreed, you gonna watch this as this progresses?
No. Oh no, no, not at all. They don't got me.
They don't got you?
No, sorry,
not?
that's I'm not cool with Hearthstone.
Why not?
I don't know. You know what? I played it a couple times. I'm just not into it. I'd rather shoot people in the back of the head with shotguns. I don't know. Maybe it's just more. If you could shoot people in the back of the head with, just sneak up on them and wreck them with a shotgun and have their head explode in front of you. I might play it then, but
You would like Reaper in Overwatch. He's got 2 shotguns. Too many shotguns in his hand. Just blasting away at people.
I did get a minigun yesterday. So it was.
Okay. How about you, Shinn? You gonna
No,
watch all
it's
this?
not for me. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like the sort of randomness of the cards. It's just I have to work too hard to figure it out. So I don't want to do that. I did play it for a little bit, but my son tries to get me playing, but I'm like, nah, thank you, son. I just can't be bothered. Too much hard work.
See, the problem for me isn't on the card side. The problem for me for watching Hearthstone is more not so much the commentators, but the sport itself as an esport. To me, having a digital card game as an esport doesn't work. If you give me something like even like WoW PvP, or like a 3v3 tournament, or like a Dota 2 per se, something like that is watchable. Overwatch going to be way watchable,
Yeah, definitely.
I think. But yeah, watching cards and all that stuff is not cool for me. It's just not cool. So
I think you're right. It's just like you want to watch like esports. It's like watching normal
Right.
sport. You want to give you a buzz, don't you? And winning, losing, that sort of high and low. The card game just doesn't seem to work for me.
Even though that there's some winning and losing and kind of that thing, but it's not. There's just something missing. The action in itself is kind of missing here. But it's still a very popular sport. Millions of people play it. And if you want to watch this, I do have the locations for all of the different championships, all the different venues when they get to that point, and I will put them up in the show notes. I won't have a lot up in the show notes this week. But that'll be
There's loads going on, isn't there? Loads of events going on all over the place.
Oh yeah,
loads in America and what's there? Mexico, Argentina, Brazil. It's crazy.
Ontario, Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
Chile, yep. All over the place. Definitely. So yeah, pay attention, see what's going on.
Now it's time for the classroom. Advice on making gold via the auction house, professions, and more.
We will get to a certain pet there that I believe the Gold Queen talked about a couple weeks ago. But since we got you on, Shinn, have you been paying any attention to the Legion news for gold making?
Not for a while. I've really kept myself away from it. I purposely, not because of like spoilers or stuff like that, just because I did when they first brought the news out. I obviously watched BlizzCon, but I think because I haven't been invited to the alpha and the beta's not out yet. So if I got invited that, I think I'd take more of an interest. Because I haven't, I've just kept myself really away from it so that when it starts, I'm just going to have to learn as I go along.
Okay. So, since you haven't, you know that the profession changes are coming. They did announce that there at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
What do you think about the profession changes that are coming?
I cannot wait. Every week I listen to Deadgreed complain about how they've ruined professions, and he's right. They literally ruined one of the most important parts of the game, I think, is that whole leveling up as you go along, leveling your professions, and now we're going to bring it back and we're going to have the different ranks where you can get, the higher the rank, the less match you need and stuff like that, and the more times you can, mine, get more ore out of it, and we can prospect again. I cannot wait for this. It's going to be awesome.
That's going to be the fun part. Just trying to get all those stars and...
Definitely.
Yep, and get the higher ranked gear.
Yeah.
So how do you think that's going to work, that higher ranked gear?
The way I look at it, or the way I thought it looked to me, is that the higher ranked recipes you get, where you get 3-star for making a certain item, I didn't think it made the item any better. I thought it just made it use less mats, which then made it or faster to make. It made it cheaper for you to make, meaning we'd get more profit, or you could make it faster so you could make more in a time scale. That's the way I looked at it. I thought that.
I don't know. I really thought that I either seen a post or somebody was talking about it on a podcast or something, but somebody was talking about if you had a 2-star recipe and I had a 3-star recipe, my staff of the cowbell was going to be better than your staff of the cowbell.
Okay. I'll have to look at that, see what I can find.
I mean, don't quote me on that. I mean, but I heard that somewhere, and I'm not sure where. I can't even... But, I don't know. Either way, I hope that it is a better staff, because if there's 2 ways they can go with this, or, well, 3, I guess. The first way is, if you get a higher star recipe, then it's just cheaper to make, which I really hope they don't go that way. And the reason why I hope they don't go that way is because if you make something cheaper to make, then it's going to make the item lose its value. So you won't be able to sell it for as much on the auction house because people are going to know. Okay, look, it only costs, X amount of gold to make
Right.
that thing. So I'm not paying that. I'm not paying this much for it. That's what people are going to do. I hope they don't go that way. The other way they can go is like I was hoping is the more stars you got on a recipe, the better the item is. Which what that's going to do in the market is that's going to make the item worth more money. Because if my item's better than yours, I can sell it for more money. Hands down, doesn't matter what it costs. If it's a better item, people are going to buy it at a higher price. The third way I was talking about is they could do a combination of both. If you have a 3-star recipe, then the item's better and it costs less. That's the way I hope they do it. I don't exactly know how it's going to be. I'm not in the beta, so I haven't tested any of that stuff out. Maybe the Gold Queen can hit that up for us, and maybe she can figure some of that stuff out. She's in there. I don't
Yeah,
know.
she's
Anyway,
in there.
That would be good if that was true. When I listen to what you're saying, it definitely would be better if it made the stuff better, because then you'd make people like us who are into gold making go out there and earn that extra star for that point that you could charge extra money for it. So hopefully it will work out that way.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping because, the gameplay in the professions is completely wiped out now. And if you give me something, where I can go farm and I can get something better and I can make something better than Joe. When Joe goes in the auction house and giggles because he puts up the staff of herding, and I go in there and I put the staff of herding better than Joe's, I can giggle and it'll be more fun for me. Just saying. Blizzard really has to. This is their last chance, I think. They have to make these professions. This has to be a grand slam, touchdown, home run. It just has to be. They really got to do it this expansion.
The thing is, they're Deadgreed. Don't undervalue that staff, because I will buy it up and put it in at a higher price.
I love doing that.
It's true. That is true, and that's cool, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with everybody making money. I'm just saying they have to bring the professions this time around. We're not joking around, Blizzard. Let's get on it.
No, we're definitely not joking around.
Okay, so the Gold Queen just put in the chat room. It puts pressure on you to make sure that all of your alts have top level professions. Otherwise, you will probably make a loss.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with that though. This is the first expansion that I haven't run alts to max level, max crafting, and worked all my stuff in a. And I think I lost a lot of gameplay, and I probably would still be playing right now if I had all my alts in there doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
I basically got to 100 on my main, and then all the garrison stuff, and I was kind of like, well, I didn't even level a second character to 100 for a long time, and that's very unusual for me. And then I basically just kind of ran my thing and just did my garrison stuff, and I really didn't. I eventually leveled other characters, but it wasn't like it's been before. Before I've always had my JC guy, my enchanter guy. I've always had all my alts, and I've always done it that way and played the game that way because you get a lot more out of the game. You get a lot more gameplay out of those professions, but the way they have it now, I could care less about professions, and I'm not the only one.
No, I feel the same way. I feel, I don't, I've got no problem with working my, butt off and making the top level professions. I've got no problem with that. But now it's just not even. It's boring. It's worthless. I can't stand it.
Do you feel that Legion's going to be more of a challenge in leveling up your crafting professions then?
Yeah, I think so. I welcome that. I don't think that you should go talk to a guy and then get 600 automatically. You rub your hands together for 2 seconds and you went from 500 to 600 and now it's over with. You know, how long does it take us to level a profession anyway? I can do it in like 30 minutes. It's not a problem. I could just change my professions and it doesn't matter. Before, I I don't know if y'all guys played way back in vanilla.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, before, if you went to a profession guy and you were like, I want to drop blacksmithing or whatever profession you had, like let's say enchanting, yeah, that was a scary thing. That was a scary button back in the day. Let me tell you, because if you would have accidentally pushed that and accidentally lost all your enchanting, yeah, now it's not a big deal. It doesn't even matter now. Professions are just like, whatever, yeah, I can do that in 30 minutes, it doesn't matter. But back in the day, you had to work for your professions. There was fantasy.
It was just like, like you said, Deadgreed, you had to work at it, and it made some accounts doing the game when you had a bit of downtime, when you weren't, waiting for a queue for dungeons. Remember, in the back of the day, you had to sit there and embark in chat for a group to do a dungeon. So you had an hour to go around doing your professions. That was what it was for, And the moment, like I say, now you don't get your garrison, do you? Just go there, do that, job done.
And that's true. That's true. So that's basically what we know. What's coming here. We'll see. We'll see what happens here later on about Legion. Now, what add-ons do you have there, Shinn? For the auction house.
Right. So, as you guys probably know, I'm a big trade skill master person. I use that and auctioneer. They're my auction house add-ons, but to me it's the little add-ons that I like. I found this really neat add-on called it's Handy Notes Limited Recipes, and It's really handy for when you're flying around leveling. It on the map, on your mini map, it shows a picture of like a recipe, as you know, like a vendor, and then you can fly down and it will show you how rare they are and how many you can buy. It's really useful.
Really? That sounds pretty interesting. And that, of course, you can find there on Curse, I would imagine.
Actually, how I found it is if you go to the Stormspire. If you go to Stormspire, I think it's stormspire.com, which is the consortium forums.
Right.
And then just put in the, I can never remember where it is, but I found it by using just a searching for a keyword and put in limited recipes, and then it comes in there like one of the first 2 or 3. But I can find it for you and send you the link, probably, Joe, and then you can add it to the show notes.
Okay. No, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. So now you do use Trade Skill Master. Have you had any Trade Skill Master issues there lately there, Shinn?
Yes, definitely. They moved servers.
Yes, they did.
So, yeah, beginning of February, I would say for a good couple of weeks, they were having real issues with getting the data onto your desktop app, which then would help you in game. So it was frustrating at times, but I'll give the guys that they're due over at Trade Skill Master. They did work hard and are always in IRC chat, helping people out.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So, Anyway, you got anything else there, Deadgreed?
No, I mean, TSM. I'll give Sabu a pass. I was playing Diablo. It's cool.
Of course. But Sapu's a pretty good guy there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's and like they're saying, at least I've had a lot of add-ons before, and sometimes your add-on messes up or whatever, and it seems like you can't get any help. It seems like you're on your own. And at least with Trade Skill Master, you can go to IRC or whatever, and they'll help you out. That's cool.
That's pretty good. Now, how is your blog and your podcast going there, Shinn?
The podcast is going okay, actually. The podcast. Yeah, the podcast. I did one about 8 days ago. I'm trying to do it every sort of 14 days. But as you know, as you both know, there's not that much news to talk about in gold making in World of Warcraft at the moment. So I'm trying to think of ideas. Like my last post, big post, was about coming to the North America service, which you spoke about before in the show, and that was awesome. I've just been doing some videos that I've been adding on there, like just some guides. That's as much as I can really do at the moment.
Now, the one question I wanted to ask you about, since you went to the North American servers, are you having like massive lag issues anytime, or is it just fine?
No, it's fine. I can do 25-man LFR, and it's fine. I don't notice any issues at all.
Well, I just wondered because the whole reason to stay within your within your region is, I always thought that if you left your region, you would be subject to massive lag issues.
No, it's fine. I can't complain. I haven't noticed anything. Obviously, probably not running as fast as I was on the EU, but it's running well in the parameters for, not noticing. The computers, can handle it, and it seems to be a really good connection.
Well, maybe that was a thing way back when WoW started. It's been 10 years or whatever, more than 10 years.
That's true.
Maybe that was a thing 10 years. Because when I first started playing WoW, I didn't live in America. I was in Germany. Well, actually, I was in Iraq, but
yeah,
I lived
that was way back when.
Yeah, we had made. I didn't know that the game actually ran this good until I came home, and I was like, "Holy, what the heck? This is awesome!" Look, my guy doesn't stand still for 7 seconds while he's looting. I didn't know. Because I played on North America servers. I've always played on North America servers, but being in Iraq with their wonderful army internet. And then being on a military base again with army internet, when I came home I was like, oh wow! When you push the button, my guy just bends over and picks the loot up. You don't have to wait. I didn't even know it was lag. I just thought it was the way the game was when I first started playing. So maybe that's a thing 10 years ago, but maybe not so much now.
Yeah, maybe it was. I mean that was 10 years ago when technology was new. When that technology was
and
new.
my computer was not what it is today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that certainly helps.
Yes, it does.
That's why I was interested, because I've had that problem. I've been, I've lived in Europe or been in the Middle East and played on a North America server, so I know how that can be, and or I guess how it used to be, I guess is a better way to say it. So I don't know. I was just interested in that. Cool that you're not having problems.
Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Okay, so let's get into the Gold Queen's post from a little while ago. And here she's talking about the Jadefire spirit. Okay. And where you can find that is in the Cavern of Lost Spirits. So, Shinn, what do you think about the Jadefire spirit and going to farm that?
When you sent me the notes and I had a look at this, I was quite interested. I saw the Gold Queen's post, but I didn't look at it. But when you put it up with the pictures and stuff, it sort of jogged back a memory. I remember, I think it was somebody in my old guild who was always after it, or something like that, or it's either that or an old podcast where somebody was permanently trying to get this pet, but I don't think they got it. So I'm quite interested in how low the drop rate is. But the Gold Queen, because it's quite low, doesn't she?
Yes, she did. That's why I'm kind of scrolling through it right now, because I'm not sure where all that stuff is. But yeah, that is a low drop rate.
Yeah, 2% drop chance.
2%. Yep. chance from the spirit of Jadefire, and that's where you find it. So, what do you think about the Jadefire spirit there, Deadgreed?
Hey, if you get it, awesome. That's a good payday. Use your Cross Realm server, because that's what I would do if I was trying to farm this thing.
Cross Realm Assist. That is what that is the add-on that she uses for that.
Yeah,
I'm
what
rubbish
a
using that.
what an awesome add-on too. By the way, if y'all don't know what that is, man, that's basically pushing a button and saying yes, please, give me more gold.
So what is Cross Realm Assist?
Well, it helps you find groups so that you can jump from server to server, so you can cross realm, and you can farm stuff like this really easily. You do it on your server, and the thing didn't drop, so you go on a different server and see if it drops there, and you just keep going until you get it. Totally awesome.
It's just, isn't it? You got to make sure. The Gold Queen talks about make sure that you don't loot the item when in the raid. Though, make sure you always leave before you. Leave,
there's
isn't it? 'Cause-
there's some hokey pokey you got to do, but that's with any item, I think.
okay.
Otherwise, you're going there about every day, doing the same thing every day instead of just going there whenever you want to, or how many times in a day, which is the way that she did it. And it's about the best way to try and get that Jadefire spirit to drop.
My only problem with that is if I got that to drop, no way I'm selling that.
Why not?
I mean, because my rule is if I don't have it, I don't sell it. I keep it. So I would have to farm 2.
Or 3, or 4.
Well, I'd have to do 2 at least.
At least. Yes.
I mean, 20, 30K, I don't know what it goes for on Airy Peak, but I'm sure that it's in the upper on Airy Peak. Airy Peak's pretty good for pets. So, 25 just to split the difference, right? 25K, I mean, shoot, that's nothing to stick at. That's pretty good.
That would be something to look at there. For the Jadefire spirit.
And what else are you doing in WoW? Standing in town? You could be farming this thing up. Get on it. Get your gold on.
Get out your garrison. Stop hanging around your garrison. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I don't even like Captain Taylor. Get out there. He doesn't give you any money. So, stop hanging out with Captain Taylor. Or Admiral Taylor. Whatever the dude's rank is.
Admiral Taylor, come on now. You're Alliance. You should know that.
Yeah, but that's true. But whatever. Captain Admiral. Well, okay, quit hanging out with Admiral Taylor. And get out there and get your gold on. Admiral Taylor doesn't do nothing for your gold. I mean, yeah, I guess he sends some dudes to go get some gold for you in a gold mission, but you can do both.
Exactly. You can do both. You can do both. You can go hook up your garrison missions while going out farming for stuff. Especially a Jadefire pet that looks like right now is about 20,000 on the U.S. Median.
Yeah, 20K. I mean,
Yep.
like I said 2025 that's pretty good. And
not
I
bad,
guess
is
you
it?
don't know, Admiral Taylor is in charge of my garrison, and he didn't get me the shoulders I wanted, so I demoted him to captain. That's why I was calling him Captain Taylor. Sorry about that. I totally forgot to tell you.
What'd you say there, Shinn?
That's not bad money. 20 to 30K, that'll do. For a pet. Doesn't matter if it takes you a week to farm, does it? Still worth it. It's good profit.
Especially now, the overall U.S. quantity, according to the Undermine Journal, has that pet at 84.
Not a
So
lot
yeah,
around then.
yeah, that's it's a good time to farm. It is a good time to farm. especially for the realm that I have up right now, which is Earthen Ring. So yeah, it's a good time to farm.
I might have to go and do a bit later then, see what I can pick up.
You know, I'm surprised Hava isn't doing the Jadefire. I'm really surprised about that.
She's
She's usually all over stuff like this.
She would be all over that. She would be all over that.
But isn't she playing too much Overwatch like you?
No, she's playing Diablo like Deadgreed.
Ah, okay.
Then she plays a little bit of Overwatch.
Hava was easy. Hava was already playing Diablo, but I have successfully corrupted all other Your WoW Money podcast groupies
Yes, he has.
into playing Diablo.
Yes, he has, and now we all play, but now Overwatch has come, and yeah, it's Overwatch.
It's cool to get all the guys and gals, I guess you know, whatever. It was cool to get all the people, all the hosts in here and in the Discord, and we're all in there, and you know, run a Rift or Greater or whatever, and that's fun.
You know what it is? It's the Blizzard's Flavor of the Month Club.
Oh!
That's what it is.
No, I did not. That was not me, Chris. That was not me.
All right, so patch 2.4.1 comes out. There you go. Oh wait, here's Overwatch beta. Okay, there you go. Oh, by the way, here's some more characters for Heroes of the Storm. Here you go. And hopefully soon, here's some World of Warcraft beta, guys.
That would be nice.
Flavor of the month. I'm just saying.
I do want the Legion beta, but yeah, I do want the Legion beta, but yeah, there's no Arcane Mage, so I don't know. I'm back and forth on that, and I don't have it anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I want the beta for Legion. It's purely down. Not I say it's like selfish, but I want to. It's some more to put more stuff out there, because I like, apart from Gold Queen, we've not really got any sort of other gold makers in Legion that we know about. The beta putting information out there, not spoilers, but just like little things like, look, we can look for this or we can do that, and that's all I do was focus on professions and that kind of thing, and then literally put that out there and say, look guys, so far this is looking really good, or this needs work on it, and that's all I really want to go in Legion. Oh, there's two.
I think that's some of the problem with the beta, with the betas, is everybody gets in and they want to do that raiding, or they want to do this or that, or look at how the new Night Elf dances, or whatever. That's what people want to. Not a lot of people are getting in there and wanting to look at what the professions are doing. So I don't think Blizzard's getting a lot of feedback on those. And I think, you know, that's how maybe that's part of the reason why we're kind of in the position we're in now with professions. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, maybe that's got something to do with it. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah. All right, guys. I think that's enough for today.
All right, people. It's time to end the podcast now. So, how can the players get a hold of you?
All right, Shinn, where can we find you on the internet? That's blogging, podcasting, all of it.
All of it. Yeah, you can find me at my blog, which is www.shinstalesofgold.com. That's obviously about gold making. I do a little small podcast. It's nothing major, only like probably 50 minutes long, and that's at Tales of Gold. You can find me on iTunes, Stitcher, usual places. And then just Twitter, really. Just catch me on Twitter at the 00 Shinn. And that's me, really. That's saying gold of me.
Excellent, excellent. All right, Deadgreed.
Alright, you can find the show live at 1 p.m. on Channel 2, tunein.alphageekradio.com, and on the TuneIn app.
And you can also find us live on bumblebeenet.com/live at 12:30 p.m. on Sundays. Or earlier if I'm doing Overwatch.
If you're on the site, you can use the speak pipe at the bottom down there to contact the links page.
If we're too awesome to listen to us live, you can hear us on Stitcher, iTunes, and other podcast apps. And you can find us on Twitter at Your Well Money, Facebook at Your Well Money Cast, and on LinkedIn.com/n/Your Well Money. And yes, I threw you off.
I know, I messed that up.
All right, where can we find you there, Deadgreed?
Alright, you can find the glorious Deadgreed at Deadgreed1812 on Twitter, or you can email me at deadgreed1812gmail.com.
You can find me on youtube.com/Joe Brums. There's some Overwatch there too. At Joe Brums on Twitter, and you can email me, Joe at yourwellmoney.com. You can also follow the network on Twitter at BumblebeeNet. And you can talk to us on tinyurl.com/YWMDIS2. You can also support us if you would like to on patreon.com/BBNet. The ending, Shinn, doesn't always work out the way you want it to.
Especially when Deadgreed's here.
But it's a lot more fun.
It was good. I just want to say thank you guys for having me on the show today. It's been really good fun.
Awesome. It's totally fun, brother.
Yeah, we hope you had fun, man. Thanks for coming on on short notice. And by the way, we might have somebody else there maybe next week, maybe the week after.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what else is going on with another gold maker from YouTube. Just a hint. Just a hint. Anyway, we'll see everybody next week. I've got a NASCAR race to watch. Words are hard. Go get your gold on. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This podcast recorded before a live internet audience. To learn how to listen and watch live, visit tunein.alphageekradio.com.
Flavor of the Month Club.
Hey.
Oh, man, that's good.
Hey, have